Yep. We have a call. Hello?
Hello, Andy.
Richard!
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, mate?
Very cold. My aircon is freezing.
So, please, update me.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything.
Well, I left Heathrow this morning.
Yeah?
Or was it yesterday morning?
Yesterday.
At 11:50, Thai Airways.
Okay.
I arrived in Bangkok at 6 o'clock in the morning. They check all your paperwork and your temperature.
Right.
And then you go through customs, and when you get through customs, you come out into the main area. They have all these tables laid out with all the different quarantine hotels, and you have to find your hotel, and they bring you by private car to the hotel.
Right. So, just rewind a little bit. When you were in London,
Yeah.
what did they, when you check in, obviously, you went to Terminal 2, was it?
Terminal 2, yeah.
Yeah. So you check in, and what do they do when you check in?
Okay, well, I had assistance because of my operation. I can't walk for a long way.
Yeah.
So I actually had a wheelchair.
Okay.
But you go
Oh, have we lost him?
paperwork, your Thailand pass, your insurance, just everything really.
Right.
And she gives you a ticket. The seat I was in they'd changed it to a crew seat, so they moved me to another one. But the aircraft was only 50% full. There was about, I would say, 60 empty seats at the back of the aircraft, so I had a whole row.
Okay, that's pretty good.
You go from the check-in. She sent me to the mobility centre.
Yeah.
And you give your boarding pass to the lady there.
Yes.
And you have to wait in her room. And then I told her somebody had bought me a ticket to go to the Plaza Premium Lounge.
Yes.
So she said no problem. So I waited there for about 15 minutes. Then somebody came with a wheelchair, took me to the Plaza Premium Lounge.
Lovely. Lovely.
I had breakfast there, egg, bacon and beans, and a couple of vodka and oranges,
as you do.
And then fell asleep. Yeah, and then fell asleep in the bar.
Oh no!
At the Plaza Premium. Yeah, but next thing I know, someone was tapping me on the shoulder saying, "Excuse me, sir, your buggy's ready to take you to the aeroplane."
Ah.
So that was a bit of luck.
Right.
So then they put you in one of those electric buggy things.
Yeah.
And took you from the lounge to the boarding area. Said, "Do you need a wheelchair to get on the aircraft?" I said, "No, I can walk. It's just I can't walk long distances."
Yeah.
So they let me get on the plane first, and I was down at the back row 66.
Is that
and I had the whole row to myself.
Is that the one you booked, or is that the one they put you in?
No, I booked 69, but they said from row 66, 67 back was reserved for the crew to sit in. So they just moved me forward a few rows.
So they put the crew in the seats at the back, did they? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah. And then it went, obviously we took off, and then the first hour and a half, the crew spent serving up your meal and drinks and things.
Yeah.
And then the meal was all right. It was, I had pad thai gai kapow.
Wow.
So that was
Lovely.
chicken with rice and a fried egg.
Yeah, lovely. Fantastic.
Yeah. And like some sort of dessert, chocolatey thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to wear your mask all the time on the aeroplane.
Uh,
But after 2 hours, they basically turned out all the lights, and everybody, well, you could watch a movie if you wanted, or just lay down like I did. Nobody was checking you wore your mask. Mine was pinching behind the ears, so I just took it off while I was laying down.
Yeah.
I slept for about 4 hours. I think the vodka and oranges helped there. And then when I woke up, watched oh, what a terrible movie, Fast and Furious or something it was called.
Oh
It
God.
was terrible. It really was bad. Then about 2 hours before we landed, they came round again with a breakfast, some cream cheese omelette and things.
Yeah.
Then we were there. It was, I think, 11 and a half hours in total.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. So you get off the plane in Bangkok.
Get off the plane. Well, actually, before I got off the plane, one of the crew came up to me and said, "Oh, you have a wheelchair booked, Kun Richard, is that right?" And I said, "Yes, that's right." They said, "Well, can you stay on the plane and let the people get off the wheelchair?" I said, "I don't need a wheelchair to come to my seat. I can get off the aircraft, no problem." So they said, "It'll be outside." So I let the people go. Then they came and got me, and I went off the airplane and got into a wheelchair. And then we went out into the main, that great big long corridor you walk along.
Yeah.
And after about 100 yards, all of a sudden there was an area of it that they had just put about 100 blue plastic chairs. And all the people that had come off the aeroplane before me were all sitting on these chairs, and I was parked in the wheelchair. And they had like loads of women dressed in PPE equipment, checking for all your paperwork again, making sure you had your Thailand pass, your passport, your insurance certificate, all things like that. And they just checked it, and if it was all in, and the TM6, you know, that silly little form.
Oh yeah, you still got to do that. Still got to do that.
Still got to do that. And then they checked it, and if the paper was okay, they gave it a date stamp.
Right.
And then you went, carried on along, turned right, went along another travelator, and then you went up a hill to the left where the immigration people.
Yes, you do. Yes.
They checked through all the paperwork again, asked a few questions. Then they stamped my passport, went through passport control, all being pushed by this guy on a chair.
Yeah, they're very good, aren't they? They're very good.
Yeah, then went through the green, nothing to declare channel. And when you come out the other side of that, like I said, they had all these, about 15 tables with 3 hotels on each table. But he just asked one in Thai, which table for my hotel, and they said number 2. Went down there, and somebody was already waiting for me with my name on a piece of paper. They're pretty organised.
Pretty good. So
yeah, and they took me outside, and I had a private limousine, sort of Toyota limousine thing, from there to Pattaya. I gave the man pushing a wheelchair a couple of $100 tip. He was happy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, if you give him a couple of hundred, Jesus, he would be happy. Yeah. So there was no test then.
No what?
No test.
No test. I had a test at Heathrow 2 days before I flew,
and that was it.
£59.
Yeah.
And then when I arrived at the hotel here, the receptionist is behind this big plastic screen. She takes your passport and checks everything. You pay like your Thailand pass and the hotel booking, and then another lady dressed in all PPE came along, took me across the other side of reception, where she had an area screened off, and she took a nose and throat swab test.
Oh, okay.
Which they now sent off, and I asked them if they had the results yet, because I was going to go out tonight, but they said they haven't. They won't have the results until tomorrow. So you have to stay in your room until you get that. But you get the breakfast is included in the hotel cost.
Yeah.
And when you log in, they give you have you heard of the Line app?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they give you this. They add their number to the Line app, and they text you through loads of like a Chinese takeaway menu of all different things, all with numbers. And if you want anything, you just order it on the Line app, send it to them, and then about 30-40 minutes later, someone knocks on the door, and it's all left on the table outside your door.
Oh, that's pretty good. Is it good? Is it good selection?
Yeah. I had the Thai seafood selection, which was prawns, squid, and fish pieces in like a breadcrumb, and I had the prawn. I don't know what you call them. Like
yeah, I know what you mean.
Little like sushi balls.
Yeah, like scampi balls.
Sorry?
Scampi balls, like that.
Well, these were like suet.
Oh, okay.
And they had crushed up. Hang on, I'll have a look. I'll get my phone and check the menu.
Oh.
But I have to pay for the food, even though it's a quarantine hotel.
You've got to pay for the food.
Not the breakfast, but the other food.
Oh.
Let's have a look. Here it is here. They are called. There they are. Shrimp dumplings.
Oh, yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I had deep fried seafood, squid dumplings, and 2 Diet Cokes. Come to 350 baht.
Oh, right.
But they owe me a load of money anyway, because I was originally booked for 7 nights.
Yes. How much was it?
Well, for the 7 nights.
For the night that you're there.
It was 8 days. No, it was 8 nights and 9 days, 8 nights. It was 25,000 baht plus 2,000 baht room deposit in case you break anything.
Yeah. In case you break anything.
Well, they actually, on the desk here in front of me, there's a list of everything that's in the room and how much it costs if you break it.
Oh, yeah, they do that. Yes.
If you break a bed sheet, God knows how you're going to break a bed sheet, 2,500 baht.
Well, I think if you ruin it, if you spill stuff on it and they can't wash it, or if you rip it. Missus. If you
soil it, perhaps.
Yeah, if you soil it and everything like that and they can't use it. Or maybe you're having rough sex or something, I don't know.
Oh, I should be so lucky. I'm on my own.
Oh, God. That's funny.
For 100 baht, you could smash a glass.
All right.
I could crush a grape.
I could crush a grape. So you're still up, mate. It's 1:50 in the morning. And you're not gone to bed.
I did go to sleep. I did go to bed, but I set the alarm on my phone to wake up. That's how dedicated I am.
You are. You're a very dedicated viewer.
All right. Nice to talk to you and everybody else.
Thank you for updating us all, because that's been very, very helpful. I think it's been very useful. Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye, Andy.
Bye, Richard.